Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Student Life Mastery. I'm Sarah, and today, David and I have something exciting for you. We're talking about 5-minute habits that will change your student life.
Hey guys, David here. And yes, Sarah is right. These are super short habits, only 5 minutes each, but trust me, the impact can be huge.
Exactly. A lot of students think that improving your life requires big, complicated changes, like studying for 3 extra hours, waking up at 5 a.m. every day, or completely changing your lifestyle overnight.
Yeah, and that can be overwhelming. Most of the time, you end up quitting after a few days because it's just too much to handle.
That's why we wanted to focus on micro habits. Habits so small that you can't say no to them. And here's the secret. Once you start with something small, it's easier to build bigger, better habits later.
Right. Think about it like this. If you can give just 5 minutes a day to a small positive action, you're basically training your brain to make progress without feeling stressed or pressured.
And the best part? 5 minutes fits into any schedule. Whether you're a morning person, a night owl, or someone who's juggling classes, part-time work, and social life, you can always find 5 minutes.
So today we'll share 5 different 5 minute habits. Some are about productivity, some about mental health, and some about organizing your life so you can focus better.
We'll take turns explaining each one, giving examples from our own lives, and also sharing some science-backed tips to help you actually stick with them.
And remember, this isn't about doing all 5 right away. Pick 1 or 2 to start with. Once they feel natural, you can add more.
Exactly. Change works best when it's gradual. And these habits are designed to be so quick and easy that you'll start enjoying them.
So grab your notebook or just listen closely because by the end of this episode, you'll have at least one new habit that can make your student life smoother, less stressful, and more productive.
All right, ready for habit number 1, David?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with the first habit. Plan your day in 5 minutes. A lot of students wake up and just go with the flow. They check their phone, maybe scroll on social media, then they realize they're late for class. The rest of the day feels like you're just reacting to things instead of being in control.
Yeah, that just wing it approach can be fun for a day or two. But if you do it every day, you end up wasting so much time. Plus, you constantly feel like you're forgetting something.
Exactly. But here's the good news. You don't need a complicated planner or fancy app to organize your day. All you need is 5 minutes in the morning, or even the night before, to decide what's important.
Let me share how I do it. Every night before going to bed, I write down the top 3 things I want to get done the next day. Just 3. That way, I wake up already knowing what my focus will be.
That's a great point. Keeping it short. If you plan too many things, you'll get overwhelmed. But if you have just 3 to 5 priorities, you can actually finish them.
And sometimes I use what's called the time blocking method. Basically, I give each task a time slot. For example, 10 Nasir to 10:30, review notes for math class, 11 Seer to 11:05, reply to important emails. Even tiny slots help me stay on track.
I do something similar, but I like to color code my planner. For example, blue for study time, yellow for personal stuff, and green for exercise. It makes my day look more balanced.
And for those who don't like paper planners, no problem. You can use the Notes app on your phone, Google Calendar, or even sticky notes on your desk.
Here's a tip for making the habit stick. Link it to something you already do every day. For example, if you drink coffee in the morning, plan your day while you sip your coffee. Or if you brush your teeth before bed, take 5 minutes right after to plan the next day.
Yes, that's called habit stacking. It's so much easier to adopt a new habit if you attach it to an existing one.
And don't forget to keep it realistic. Your daily plan is there to guide you, not to make you feel guilty if you don't complete every single thing.
I totally agree. I see it as a compass, not a prison schedule. The goal is direction, not perfection.
So, 5 minutes. That's all you need to stop drifting through your day and start steering it. Imagine how much less stressful your life will feel.
And the best part is, by the time you finish this habit every day, you already feel a small sense of accomplishment before the day even starts. All right, our second 5 minute habit is something super simple but incredibly powerful: the 5 minute morning stretch. Most students roll out of bed, grab their phone, and start scrolling. And then when they finally get up, their back is stiff, their neck hurts, and they already feel tired. I used to do that all the time until I learned that stretching for just 5 minutes in the morning can change how your entire day feels.
I totally agree. Stretching wakes up your body and your mind. You don't need to be a yoga expert, just gentle movements to get your blood flowing. It's like pressing the start button on your energy.
Exactly. I like to keep it really simple. Here's my routine: 1. Neck rolls, 30 seconds to loosen up my neck. 2. Shoulder rolls, 30 seconds to relax the upper body. 3. Standing side stretch, 1 minute to open up the sides of my body. 4. Forward fold, 1 minute to stretch my back and hamstrings. 5. Gentle twist, 1 minute to release tension in my spine. 6. Arm and wrist stretch, 1 minute, especially since we use laptops and phones so much.
That's a great sequence. And for people who are always short on time, remember, you don't have to do it perfectly. Even standing up, raising your arms, and taking deep breaths for a couple of minutes is better than nothing.
Oh, yes, breathing is huge. I like to combine stretching with deep breathing. Inhale slowly through the nose, hold for a second, exhale through the mouth. It instantly reduces stress.
And here's a trick to make it a habit: put your phone across the room when you sleep. That way, when your alarm rings, you have to get up to turn it off. And then, instead of crawling back into bed, start your stretch right there.
That's smart. Another tip: do it while listening to a song you love. If the song is around 5 minutes, you know you're done when the song ends. It also makes the habit more fun.
And let's not forget the benefits for students. Stretching improves posture, helps you concentrate better in class, and reduces muscle tension from sitting too long. You'll also feel more alert during your morning lectures.
Right. I've noticed that on days I skip my morning stretch, I'm more sluggish and less motivated to work. On days I do it, I feel ready to take on my to do list.
And the best part, you can do it in your pajamas. No special equipment, no gym membership needed. Just you, your body, and 5 minutes.
So if you're listening to this, try it tomorrow morning. You might be surprised how much better you feel by 9 a.m.
Our third 5 minute habit is one of my absolute favorites: the 5 minute review session. Most students think studying means sitting for hours with books open. But here's the truth: your brain learns better in short, frequent reviews rather than long, exhausting marathons. I started doing this during my first year at university. Every evening before bed, I'd take just 5 minutes to go over my notes from that day. It's amazing how much more I remember now.
That's so true. The science behind it is called spaced repetition. Basically, when you review something shortly after learning it, you tell your brain, hey, this is important, keep it. Then, when you review again later, your brain locks it in even deeper.
Exactly. And you don't need to overcomplicate it. For example, read your lecture notes and highlight the main ideas. Summarize them in your own words. Quiz yourself with 2 or 3 quick questions. It's short, it's active, and it works.
I also like to use flashcards for my 5 minute reviews. I keep a small deck in my backpack, and while waiting for the bus or in between classes, I flip through them. 5 minutes done. And I've learned something instead of scrolling social media.
Yes! And the beauty is, 5 minutes is so short that you can fit it anywhere in your day. Waiting for your coffee to brew? Review. Taking a break from homework? Review. It's flexible.
One tip that really helped me: do it at the same time every day so it becomes automatic. For example, I always review my notes right after dinner. My brain now knows dinner, boich got review time.
And to keep it interesting, change how you review. One day, write down key points from memory. Another day, teach the concept to a friend. Another day, record yourself explaining it and listen later.
Teaching is my favorite. If you can explain it clearly, you know it well. Plus, your friends might appreciate the help before exams.
And speaking of exams, this habit is a game changer for reducing last minute stress. Instead of cramming for 8 hours the night before, you've been preparing all along.
It's like saving money a little bit every day instead of panicking when the bill comes due.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening, try a 5 minute review session tonight. Your future self, especially the exam version of you, will thank you.
Our fourth habit is the 5 minute planning ritual. If there's one thing that helped me stop feeling overwhelmed as a student, it's taking a few minutes every day to plan the next one. I used to wake up, check my phone, and just react to whatever came at me. That's stressful. But when I started planning in advance, my days felt calmer, and I actually finished more tasks.
I totally agree. Planning for just 5 minutes can give you hours of focus later. It's like setting the GPS before a trip. Without it, you wander aimlessly. With it, you go straight to your destination.
Exactly, and here's how I do my 5 minute planning ritual. 1. Set a specific time. I do mine at night before bed. 2. List my top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 20 tasks, just 3 that really matter. 3. Check my calendar for classes, meetings, or deadlines. 4. Prepare my materials books, laptop, or whatever I'll need first thing in the morning.
That's smart, because the next day you start with clarity, not confusion. My version is similar, but I add one step. Estimate how long each task will take. If my to-do list is too long for my available hours, I cut it down immediately. That way I'm realistic instead of feeling like a failure at the end of the day.
Yes, overplanning is dangerous. It feels productive, but it's actually setting you up for disappointment. A short, focused plan is better than a massive list you'll never finish.
And there's another benefit: better sleep. When I plan my day before bed, my brain stops spinning because it knows everything is written down. No more lying awake thinking, what do I need to do tomorrow?
Same here, and it's so easy to make it fun. I use a small notebook with colorful pens. It makes me actually look forward to planning. Some people prefer apps like Google Calendar, Notion, or Todoist. It doesn't matter which you choose as long as you do it consistently.
Consistency is the key. If you plan only when you feel stressed, it won't become a habit. But if you make it a daily ritual, it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth.
Also, I like to add a quick reflection step. At the end of the day, I check if I completed my 3 priorities. If not, I ask, why? Was I distracted? Did I underestimate the time? This helps me get better at planning over time.
That's a great point. The goal isn't just to plan, but to learn from your planning. Over weeks, you'll understand your energy levels, your peak productivity times, and the tasks you tend to avoid.
And if you know that, you can design days that work for you, not against you.
Exactly. So here's our challenge for listeners. Tonight, before bed, take just 5 minutes to write your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. You'll be amazed at how much calmer and more focused you feel when you wake up. Our fifth and final habit is the 5 minute mindfulness or relaxation break. As students, we often push ourselves to keep going nonstop. Classes, assignments, studying, part time jobs. And then we wonder why we're exhausted or can't focus. The truth is, your brain isn't a machine. It needs pauses to recharge. When I discovered mindfulness, I realized that even a few minutes of calm could completely reset my energy.
Yes, and mindfulness doesn't have to mean sitting cross legged on the floor with incense. It's simply paying attention to the present moment without judgment. You can do it anywhere, at your desk, on a bench outside, or even while waiting for your coffee.
Exactly. Here's one of my favorite 5-minute exercises. 1. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. 2. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. 3. Hold for 2 seconds. 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. 5. Repeat for 5 minutes, focusing only on your breath. It's like pressing the reset button for your brain.
I love that one. My version is more active. I take a 5-minute walk without my phone. I just notice the sounds, the colors, the feeling of the air. It clears my mind and often gives me new ideas for my projects.
That's the beauty of mindfulness. It's flexible. You can meditate, stretch, listen to calming music, or even doodle in a notebook. The goal is to disconnect from stress and give your mind space.
And science backs it up. Short relaxation breaks can lower stress hormones, improve memory, and boost creativity. Plus, they make you more productive when you go back to work.
I've also noticed that mindfulness helps with emotional control. When something stressful happens, like a bad grade or an unexpected deadline, I don't panic as much because I've trained my mind to slow down before reacting.
That's a huge advantage. Students often think they don't have time for breaks, but the truth is, if you never pause, you burn out faster. 5 minutes isn't a waste, it's an investment in your focus and mental health.
Exactly. And just like the other habits we've talked about, consistency matters. Doing this once won't change much, but making it a daily ritual will transform how you feel and perform.
So, to everyone listening, starting tomorrow, schedule a 5-minute mindfulness or relaxation break into your day. You might be surprised at how much calmer and more focused you feel.
Wow, we've covered so much today. Let's quickly recap the 5-minute habits that can truly transform your student life. 1. 5-minute morning stretch. Wake up your body and mind. 2. 5-minute gratitude journal. Start your day with positivity. 3. 5-minute review session. Keep your memory fresh every day. 4. 5-minute planning ritual. Organize your time and priorities. 5. 5-minute mindfulness or relaxation break. Recharge your focus and energy.
And remember, these habits are powerful not because they take a lot of time, but because they're small and consistent. You don't need to wait for the perfect day to start. You can start right now, even today, with just one habit.
Yes, and once that habit becomes part of your daily routine, add another one. Slowly, you'll notice big changes: more focus, less stress, better grades, and more energy.
The most important thing is to take action. Listening to this podcast is great, but the real transformation happens when you do the habits.
So here's our challenge for you. Choose one of these habits and start it today. Do it for just 5 minutes and see how you feel. If you enjoy it, keep going tomorrow and the next day until it becomes second nature.
And we'd love to hear from you. Share your progress with us. Tell us which habit you chose and how it's helping you. Your story might inspire another student to make a positive change too.
Small actions, done daily, create big results. Your future self will thank you.
So, what are you waiting for? Your 5-minute transformation starts now.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who also wants to improve their student life.
Pick just one of the habits we talked about today and try it for the next 7 days. 5 minutes a day is all it takes to start changing your life.
And don't forget to follow or subscribe to our podcast so you never miss our next tips and strategies.
Remember, small steps lead to big results, and your change starts today.
That's the beauty of mindfulness.